breath. Place one hand, we're gonna place one hand on your chest and one hand on your belly and take a nice deep breath in. Breathe it in and exhale, let it all out. Let's do two more of those. Breathe in and breathe it out. Last one, breathe in and breathe out. Good. So we're going to move on to the tactile part of the brain dance. So just go ahead and tap all on your body, on your arms, maybe on your face, your head, and just kind of get everything woken up. Get the blood flowing, moving all around. You can also brush. It's also a good way to do it. You can do little taps on your cheeks. Good. And once you kind of feel like that's going, maybe you want to do the bottoms of your feet. We're going to move on to the core distal portion. So we're going to curl, teeny tiny little ball, and then expand as big as you can. So just kind of like a baby. Just stretch. Oh, it feels so good, especially if you've been sitting all day. One more time, let's get small. And expand in all directions as big as you can. Stretch your back, stretch your sides, stretch your hips, your legs. Good, shake that out. Now we're gonna move along to head, tail. So this refers to the relationship between your head and your tail, like the name says. So we're just gonna get our head moving in relationship to your tailbone. So you can arch, you can curl, and kind of circle around. So just kind of warm up that spine. Oh, that feels good. Good. And from there, we're gonna freeze our lower half, and we're just gonna move our upper body. So we can reach upwards and outwards, we can cross it over, try some circular motions. Just make sure that your lower body is nice and grounded and that your upper body is moving and grooving. And then once that you feel like you've done enough upper body, we're gonna go ahead and freeze our upper body. So I like to bring my hands to my hips and go ahead and just move your lower body. So upper body is still, we're just gonna move our lower body. And luckily no one can see you, so it doesn't matter what you do. I guess you can see me. So we're moving our lower body. Oh, my hip just cracked. Upper body is still. And then we're gonna do the same thing, but body side. So we're gonna freeze the left side of our body and just move the right side of our body. So again, you can cross over, maybe connect your elbow and your knee. Just keep that left side still, which is surprisingly hard. And same thing, other side. So we're gonna freeze our right side and move the left side of our body. So whatever you need, maybe it could be kind of like a running thing, swinging, maybe you're making circles. Just make sure that, see, I'm moving your right side. Make sure your right side is still. And once you kind of got the hang of that, we're gonna move along to cross lateral. So this involves all four quadrants, whole body. Every movement is gonna, if this is the midline of your body, every movement is gonna cross the midline. So this is all about crossing the midline of your body. Cross lateral is what it's called. So just play with that a little bit. It can be stepping, reaching, touching. You can connect to body parts. And this is gonna get both sides of our brain engaged. Yes. So once we've done that, we're gonna move along to the last part of the brain dance, which is vestibular. So basically what this is you're gonna try to play with your sense of balance. So if you wanna spin and try to catch your balance there, you can maybe try to balance on one foot and try to play with how far you can go and try to come back. So this is just kind of sharpening your brain to kind of connect to your body. So just play with that a little bit. And then once you kind of get Feel like you're warm, ready to go. We're gonna come to standing again. Just take one more breath. Let's do 2 breaths to kind of center ourselves again. Breathe it in and breathe out. One more, breathe in and breathe out. Good. All right, so we're gonna move on to our a little bit of an improv kind of prompt. I learned this from Cindy Salgado, who is part of the original A-Step team, so shout out to Cindy. This is called Symmetrical Improv. So it's kind of similar to body side in our warm-up. We're gonna, once again, draw a line down our midline, and whatever I do on one side of my body is gonna match the other side as a mirror image. So it's gonna be symmetrical. So if I do this, this is symmetrical. If I do this, this is not symmetrical. So we're gonna keep everything the same on one side as it is on the other side. So let's start small. We're gonna start with our hands. So go ahead and just play for yourself with a little bit of symmetry improv. So again, whatever I do on the right side is matching the left side. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. We can do one finger at a time. We can play with speed. Maybe we want to go fast. Maybe you want to slow it down. We can play with texture. A lot to play with there. So if you're feeling good about your hand symmetry, we can kind of make it a little bit bigger and bring it out to our arms. So same thing, it's just going to be a little bit bigger. So anything I do on the right side is going to match the left side. And I think it's actually kind of hard. It takes a lot of brain power, and it really requires you to be in the present moment, which I love. So again, you can play with speed here. You can go slowly, you can go quickly. You can play with kind of different levels. Maybe you want to do something low, and then we can bring it up a little bit higher. Maybe we want to play with speed, so we want to do something quickly. Maybe we want to slow it down. We can use different amounts of resistance. Maybe we can have a lot of resistance and feel like we're pushing up against something. Or we can feel like we're just kind of in water and flowing. So play with that for yourself. Don't forget to use the back space too. There's a lot of room back there. You can use your shoulders, your back, your arms, your hands. And then once you've got the hang of that, we can give our arms a little bit of a break, and we're going to do the same thing with our lower body. So same thing here. Anything that I do on the right side is going to match the left side. Ooh, that was ambitious. And then when you're ready, we're going to put everything together. So if you want, we can start again with our hands. Just bring that focus in, just on your hands. Adding in the arms, the shoulders, the back. And then finally adding the lower body. So again, everything is symmetrical. You can play with circles, you can play with angles, you can play with speed, you can play with levels, you can play with texture, you can play with musicality. And this whole time, make sure you're breathing. Sometimes when I'm thinking too hard, I stop breathing. And through all of this, at any moment, you can kind of find a moment of stillness. So if you want to come and sit in a shape for a second, you're welcome to do that. Good. We're gonna go about 30 more seconds and then come to a pause. So just take your time, keep breathing, stay present, make choices. Whatever you're feeling, no judgment. And when you're ready, just come to a finishing point, whatever that may be. And just pause. Nice, give yourself a round of applause. That was great, thank you for joining me through that. We're just gonna take the last couple minutes to kind of stretch it out. And yeah, so let's go ahead and bring your head over to the right side. We're gonna take it, nice gentle pull with the right hand. And if you want, you can send energy out through that left hand to deepen that stretch a little bit. Take a nice deep breath in and out. One more time, breathe it in and let it go. Good, bring your head back up to neutral. Let's go over to the left side. Go ahead and gently pull on that with your left hand, and let's stretch energy out through your right hand. Nice deep breath in and out. One more time, breathe in and let it go. Good, gently come back up to center. We're gonna bring our chin down toward our chest, gently pull in the back of your head. Same thing here, breathe it in and breathe out. One more time, breathe in and out. Good, let it go. All right, let's go ahead and take our right arm across. Just go ahead and stretch out your arm. And make sure you're breathing. Good, shake that out. Other side. Pull that in. And shake it out. We're gonna take our right arm up behind you. Go ahead and pull that right elbow across. Stretch out that tricep. And again, make sure you're breathing here. Shake it out. Other arm, up and across. Shake it out. We're gonna reach that right arm up, bending up and over to the left side. Stretch out the whole side of your body. Take a deep breath in and let it go. One more time, breathe in and out. We're gonna curl so our chest faces toward the floor. You can feel it a little bit more in your back. And drop that arm, roll back up to center. Same thing, other side. We're gonna take our left arm up and over, reaching over to the side. Make sure you're breathing here. Good, and when you're ready, go ahead and take your chest towards the floor so you can feel the stretch kind of across your back. Good, and release that. Let's take our shoulder roll back and back. Good, full arms all the way back. One more time. Good, shake it out. Good job, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. This was so fun. Oh my goodness, turning that down. This was a lot of fun. I hope that you feel a little bit more connected to your body, a little bit more connected to the present moment. I know I do. I feel like my heart rate was up a little bit and my brain is turned on, and thank you so much for joining me. We're gonna be doing a few more of these artists at home kind of live videos, pre-recorded videos, so stay tuned on our Instagram page, and thanks again for joining. This was a lot of fun. Yay!